Welcome, everybody, to the Press Box. I'm Zach Miller. This is Mark Haskell for another special edition of the Press Box. No Super Bowl or anything this time. This time we'll be showcasing the Midcoast High School Basketball Senior Showcase.
Ah, I see what you did there.
You like
you
that?
threw showcase in there twice.
Pretty good.
That's good.
That is this week. This Saturday night, we'll have a boys and a girls game where Mark and Ken Waltz, the sports director here at the Courier Publications Village Soup, will have their own teams and compete against one another for bragging rights, so to speak. So, Mark, just tell me a little bit about the games in general. This is the third year this game has gone on.
Yes, Ken, back in the older days of Courier Publications, they ran these games a lot. They ran them for about 15 years, and then they stopped for a while. There was a lull. And then 3 years ago, it was Ken's idea and actually athletic director Molly Bishop with Oceanside to bring them back. And so they did. We had the first game 2 years ago at Oceanside. Last year we were at Madomic, and then this year we're at Camden Hills. It's going to be March 24th. The girls' game is going to be at 6 o'clock, boys' game at 7:30. What we do is we usually try to find the top 20 basketball players. They have to be senior basketball players because the MPA rules can't have underclassmen playing in these kind of games. So they have to be playing their last games, and that's kind of what we have here today, or Saturday rather. So we take 20 players, and what Ken and I will do is we'll sit in the office and we'll actually have our own fantasy draft, and we'll draft the players, which makes it kind of fun for us. And so one team is Team Haskell and one team is Team Waltz, so we get to kind of go up against each other. And it's always a lot of fun. We've had a lot of people come up to us after these games and say, "This is the most fun I've ever had playing in a high school basketball game," unless they won a state championship or something like that, because all the pressure's off. It's just fun. Kids can slam dunk if they want to. The Maine Principals Association cannot stop the dunks.
You can hang on the rim, too.
You can hang on the rim if you want to. I don't care. It's not my rim. But it's going to be a lot of fun. The kids seem to really love it. They all seem to come out for it. And, the goal is to just get as many community members to come out as possible to participate in these kids' last games. Yeah,
the past 2 years have featured some pretty exciting games. The girls' game last year, I think, or 2 years ago, either one, came down to the wire.
Came down to the last second.
It might have been the first year you guys brought it back. At Oceanside, it was down like the last second, and one team won by 1 point. And the boys' game wound up being almost like the NBA All-Star game, where it was just an offensive.
They combined for like 200 points.
Yeah, it was something crazy like that. And a couple of dunks. Last year, Cameron Allaire went off with a bunch of dunks and alley-oops.
As he did.
So they're just really fun games. And probably the biggest switch from this year would be that you don't have to pay to get in.
Absolutely, yeah, and that's been a lot of the problems. Well, let's say problems, not really a problem, but people want to buy tickets in advance. They're like, is it going to sell out? And we never know. We never know how many people are going to come. We hope it sells out. But what we kind of decided was, where this is really, it's a showcase for the kids, but it's also a fundraiser for the schools. We're trying to fund money to the local athletic departments. We've got 9 schools that we cover. Every school gets a piece. So there's no admission charge this year. We're just trying to get people to come and donate their time, donate their money, spend money at the concession stands, drop $5 or $10 in the hat, or 1 or 2 if you're a student and you don't have a lot of money. The important thing is that we want to have the place jam-packed. We want it to be a fun environment for the kids. And, we always hear about it, those local rivalry games where, you can't even get into the building because it's so full. I mean, that's what the kids want, and that's what we want to try to provide for the kids.
Yeah, and there'd be a lot of great players there. The Vinyl Haven girls that coming off there, they lost state championship, but all 6 of those seniors will be here. Mike Norton Jr. from Oceanside, Noah Hydorn from Camden Hills, Stanley Sturgis from Belfast. There's just a lot of great boys and girls players that'll be in this game. It's just going to be fun to watch, like it has been all year.
Absolutely. And what we do is Ken and I flipped a coin. So I got the first overall boys pick, and he got the first overall girls pick. So I will unveil my first overall pick was Oceanside's Mike Norton Jr. Because I wanted somebody that I knew could throw the rock down. I wanted to see some dunks, and I really, really loved that. And Ken's first pick was Noah Hydorn from Camden Hills, also a very solid pick. And then on the girls' side, Ken's first overall pick was Gabby DePatsy. And I countered with Vinyl Haven's Jillian Davis-Oaks. I mean, she's won a gold ball. She knows how to do it. And then he immediately counters with Mount View's Andrea Crosby. So he's got all kinds of height. Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like I have a better boys team. I feel like he might have a better girls team. But hopefully Team Haskell wins both games. So.
Who won last year's games? I think you won one and Ken won one.
I think we split.
Like that's how it goes every year.
I think we've split pretty much every year. Yeah. So this could be the rubber game. This could be the rubber year for us. So hopefully, and we really don't care who wins the games. I mean, it's just really about coming out and having fun. I mean, the other thing we do is we have 3-point contests in between the 2 games.
Yep, those are
so
fun.
There'll be practices in the morning, and the kids will get the chance to shoot off to be able to have the 3-point shootout at that that evening. We'll have 3 racks of balls. You'll have a minute to shoot them all, and the winner gets a little trophy. We do that for the boys' game. We do it for the girls' games. And the goal is just to make this as fun an experience for everybody involved. There's a lot of volunteers that go into this. Obviously, Rockport Automotive, they're the lead sponsor this year. KDK Printing, they're in charge of printing all the shirts, so they're the lead t-shirt sponsor. We've gotten lots of help, lots of support from throughout the community, and the way you all can support us is by coming out to the games. Give us a couple dollars, give us more, or don't give us any. The important thing is that you guys are all there for the kids, and you make this the best experience you can for them.
Well, it should be fun. Only a couple days left. Saturday night, 6 and 7:30.
You got it.
Correct? Perfect.
Yep.
Well, we'll see you there.